How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
Dire team ban.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the Saphire Cup, and tonight we have SIN5.Phamily versus White Rabit Gaming Academy, and joining me as usual, Shippy. Shippy, how are you this evening?
I'm good, and you, my friend?
I'm doing very, very well. Had a hectic day, and finally managed to sort things out. Just a very, very quick shout out to my sponsors, Chaotech. And also, thank you very much to the DGL for their ongoing support. Us casters will do our best to make you guys proud. And let's get back into the game. So the current bans out for SIN5 is the Weaver and the Vengeful Spirit. And for White Rabit Academy, they have decided to take out the Lone Druid and the Meepo. Is there any specific reason why you think the Meepo has actually been banned out?
Seconds remaining.
Not really. Meepo is easy counter, especially in the first phase. Maybe a second phase ban, but not a first phase.
Could it possibly...
Reserve.
Do you think maybe SIN5 has done a bit of homework? And one of the players obviously will be able to play the Meepo quite well.
It is possible that that might be a problem, but I'm really not sure, to be honest. I don't know these teams quite well, but
5 seconds remaining.
we will see what happens.
Yes, definitely. Just having a quick look at the pickups for SIN5. They have decided to go for the Slardar Silencer combination. It's extremely lethal, especially with the silence from that silencer coming through. And then White Rabit have decided to pick up the Faceless Void. Now, they have the option of picking up the Witch Doctor, and they have the option of picking up a Leech, which are two very good combos with that, and also the Skywrath Mage. Shippy, what do you think they might possibly be wanting to go for?
Disruptor.
Looking at the
Dire
Disruptor
team's
now.
turn to ban.
On the SIN5, if I'm looking at the Slardar and Sansa, Sansa will probably be support. We don't know where Slardar will fit in this game, to be honest. But
Radiant team ban.
looks like they might even go with an OD more like team fighting strat, to be honest.
Yeah, it seems that because look, once Slardar picks up the Blink Dagger,
Dire team ban.
it could potentially spell quite a bit of trouble for White Rabit Academy, and that Disruptor, he's going to have his fingers on the button, especially with that silencer roaming around. It could potentially, I think, maybe a mid silencer or support silencer. What would you say?
Radiant
I would
team's turn
say
to ban.
these days, I must say, in lines or in the pro games, you see Sansa more as a support hero, not really as a full-on core like a mid anymore.
10
In the old
seconds
days, it
remaining.
was always a core, but now it moved over more to the supporting side, so
5 seconds
it will
remaining.
probably stay in the supporting line.
Reserve
That
time.
is a possibility. Just having a quick look at the bans out currently, which is the Ember Spirit and the Queen of Pain. That is on SIN5, and then White Rabit Academy have decided to go for the Invoker Lifestealer combo. Any specific reason why you think they would want to ban out the Invoker?
They probably did a bit of research, like you said, and saw maybe that SIN5 was maybe playing a bot match or something with the Invoker, and it showed up in the recent, or maybe
seconds
in their strat, Invoker is just great against a Faceless
5
Void.
seconds
Void
remaining.
Chronos and Invoker can just throw all his stuff in there. So that could be a reason
Reserve
why
time.
they banned him. I wouldn't want to play against Invoker with a Void in my team.
That is very, very true. Looking at the current pickup for SIN5, they have decided to go for the Sniper. So it's obvious that they would want to go for some sort of range harassment.
Dire team's
And
turn.
also for the fact that the Sniper does quite a bit of damage once he gets to the mid to later stages of the game. And that could cause some issues for White Rabit. But they've decided to answer that with a Death Prophet. Now, Death Prophet does insane amount of damage, especially with the Exorcism, but we shouldn't count out the Spirit Siphon. That spell also does quite a bit of damage. So yeah, Death Prophet is definitely one to look out for, and that coupled with the Faceless Void and a Disruptor, we're gonna see some epic team fights.
Yeah, if they don't kill the sniper first, this is going to be a problem. If they don't kill the sniper in Void Chrono, Void's good as dead, unfortunately, because sniper's going to sit at the back and just shoot all the way.
That is very true. What do you think they could potentially pick up for the position 4?
It depends if the Slaughter's going to play position 4. If Slaughter's going to play position 4, then they're looking actually for an offlane. But otherwise, if Slaughter's in the offlane position, then I would say something tankish, maybe a Centaur even might work. Because that's a lot of stun you're going to add on to that Slaughter.
Yeah, look, I think the sniper will focus mainly on the shrapnel, as well as the assassinate. Those I think would be the important spells for this particular game, and that will just be to slow down any sort of support that would come potentially from the Disruptor, and hopefully maybe even try and take out a Faceless Void as long as he can stay out of the Chrono. But the Doxia, wow, that definitely throws a spanner in the works for White Rabbit.
Well, Doxia is definitely going to be your position 2 then, or yeah, position 3, sorry, which is your offlane. And wow, White Rabbit Gaming replying with an Ogre for position 4. What do you think?
Yeah, look, I would think that Slaughter should go in the safe lane. Silencer would go onto a supporting role. Sniper would go mid. Doxia would go onto the offlane position. On the side of White Rabbit Academy, they could have the Faceless Void on the offlane. Death Prophet, that is a toss-up between mid and safe lane. They're definitely there. Then obviously Disruptor and Ogre. Ogre I think will be more, Ogre and Disruptor together would be more of a roaming support. So we'd have to wait and see how that's going to pan out for them. And then the final ban out for SIN5 is the Luna.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, the Luna ban is quite good because the Luna as well with the Void. It's a good combo to use.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
The Luna, I think with the Void and the Disruptor, most predominantly any of the combinations that they have currently, the Luna could work very well, and also it does the amplification of damage. So Luna is a very good ban out in my opinion. And then White Rabbit have answered with a ban of the Slock. And that's obviously just to try and get rid of the invis attacks, the ganking. Slock can easily escape, can easily initiate. It's pretty much an all-round hero, but at the end of the day he turns out to be quite a good carry, and he will do quite a bit of damage. Just waiting for the final pickup from White Rabbit Academy. They currently do have the Faceless Void, the Disruptor, the Death Prophet and the Ogre Magi, and maybe they could come up with maybe like an Outwall Devourer. What would you think?
Like we've seen before, Outwall Devourer can be a good pickup if you are playing against the right people. And I don't think he's going to work out that well here, but not sure. I would rather say, I think go hard carry now, let the Faceless Void be offlane. Rather get something like, let's see what's left in the pool, not much unfortunately. Go like a Sven or something that can do massive damage.
Anti-mage.
Ooh, Anti-Mage, lovely. Right, so the current lineup for White Rabbit Gaming Academy is the Faceless Void, Disruptor, Death Prophet, Ogre Magi and the Anti-Mage. And on the side of SIN5, they currently have the Slardar, the Silencer, the Sniper, the Darkseer, and the Troll. Wow.
Whoa. Okay, I did not see the troll coming. Yo.
I think the Troll and the Darkseer, that actually does make a good combo. Especially with the Wall of Replica and the Illusion. So once the Wall of Replica and the Vacuum come into play, the Troll Warlord can activate his ulti and the Illusions would obviously start attacking much faster. So that obviously would work in their favor. And I'd love to see how that's actually going to pan out for them. Alright, so I'm just going to introduce the side of White Rabit Gaming Academy. On the Anti-Mage, we do have MD. On Ogre Magi, we have Blue, which is the stand-in currently. On the Death Prophet, we do have Mr. Good Cat. On Disruptor, we have Juju. And on the Faces Void, we have Ninja Panda. Shippy, you'd like to introduce the side of SIN5 for us?
Yeah, we've got on the Silencer, we've got 27. Hopefully he's not 27 years old, otherwise he's a bit old. On the Troll, we've got For We Are Many. On the Darkseer, we've got -1, sorry. Slardar, we've got Ad Astra. And on the Sniper, we've got Alfredo.
Alfredo, how are you doing, Alfredo?
Alfredo is probably doing good, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's very well, very well. Righto, let's get back into the action. So, just having a quick look, I do see that Juju has picked up a Smoke of Deceit. So that could be a early gank. They might want to go onto either side of the opponent's map, and they would possibly maybe want to steal the bounty rune. So I would really love to see that, maybe an early kill in the early stages of the game. And this is White Rabit Gaming Academy versus SIN5.Phamily, and we should be back into the action quite shortly.
Yeah, for everyone that's watching, welcome, and I really hope you guys enjoy the stream.
Right, would that be your stream or my stream? Which one would that
Probably
be?
mine. I've got people on Twitch that's already talking a lot of shit, yeah.
Alright, awesome stuff. Right,
We've
so
got random shoutouts.
so let's have a quick look at the shoutouts though. We have a shoutout to Thavi, or Thavi, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, please don't throw me with a brick. Then we have got one on shoutout to my mother. 27 says shoutout to Anushka, that's probably maybe like his side chick. Standing Blue says to Lola, another side chick. Anushka gets 2 hearts. Lucky chick, I would assume.
That seems, that chick is busy.
And then we've got one says shout out to my mother, and Ad Astro says shout out to Singularity Esports. And we have a go when ready, and we shall be into the game quite shortly. Please do not go anywhere.
Slardar just is a roar. Hungry for a fight.
Alright, so we do have the Darkseer and Alfredo that is going to the bot bounty. Having a look at, we do have a smoke up on the Death Prophet though. What do you think happened there?
That might probably be miscommunication, it would seem.
30 seconds to
They
go.
missed the smoke completely, only Death Prophet got smoked in this whole situation.
Yeah, I do see the Disruptor has also been smoked up. That just allowed him to pop a quick Observer Ward into the mid lane. But We Are Many, or 4 We Are Many, has been spanning around the corner, and I think he's actually spotted out that ward over there. We do have Slardar in the bot's position, and a very quick shout out to Martin, that is also from one. He's got quite a lot of shout outs.
Hopefully Morton's not his boyfriend.
Would not hope so, but everyone for his own, and it doesn't matter. All good. Alright, so Juju has just ran into Astra. He's just been stunned up. He seems to be in a bit of trouble there, but we do have the anti-mage. We do have the Thunderstrike being popped on Astra, and they're going to be able to see where he's going to go. Juju and Astra don't seem to like each other very much. And looking at the top lane, we have the Void, and he's facing off against the... Oh, looking at the bot lane, Astro is in quite a bit of trouble there. He is definitely going to be first blood. Good kill there by MD. Juju is in a bit of trouble, taking damage from that Iron Shan, but Standing Blue has now decided to come down. He does have the Ignite available, so he's just going to use that. One is actually going to be beaten by the creeps, but that Iron Shell is doing not really that much damage. He could potentially be the second kill of this game. Astra has now decided to go and help out, and they have decided to go back. But ooh, looking at mid, we seem to be having quite a lot of action on the map on the early stages of the game. What would you say, Shippy?
It looks like they're hungry for blood. These guys are just looking to kill each other.
This is going to be a very, very interesting map. We do have the Ogre Magi. He is rotating towards the mid lane. He has not yet been spotted out. He is using the Ignite. That Spirit Siphon coming out from Good Cat. He's going to start smacking away at Alfredo, and Alfredo is going to be the second death for this particular game. Well played by Mr. Good Cat. Good rotation there coming in from Blue. Looking at the bottom lane, MD has now just been stunned up. Iron Shell coming in there from two of the creeps, and now MD needs to get back from that situation there. Looking at the top lane, Ninja is taking quite a lot of harassment in his lane, so he would need to be careful. Alfredo is now trying to rely on the headshot to keep Good Cat out of the lane. We do have Silencer though. He is moving towards the Ruin, and he's going to pick that up very quickly, but it seems that Astro might be running into Blue. Blue has spotted him out. Ignite coming out from him. Astro is being slowed down. We can expect a stun. That is the stun that's just popped out. Beautiful stun coming in there. Juju that pops that kinetic field, and Astro, beautiful kill. 3 for 0, 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. This seems to be this is going to be a whopper.
Yeah, I think this game is gonna run a bit awkward because there's gonna be kills on the map and it's gonna be heavy.
What do you think in terms of Saphire, or should I rather say SIN5, to actually try and come back into this game? What do you think they would need to do?
They better have a better mid game at the moment. The only guy that's really getting farm is Troll at the moment. Troll and Doxia, strangely enough, I'm looking at the last hits. But Anti-Mage is running at the top of the ladder with around about 5 more last hits than anyone on this side of SIN5.
Yeah, I do see that in the mid lane position, the sniper has gone down. That was another rotation coming in there from Ogre. I think there's going to be a lot of rotations. Ogre's doing exceptionally well, moving around the map. He hasn't been spotted out. But what I would say SIN5 would need to do to improve on this game is they would need to get a bit more vision on the map. They need to be aware that White Rabit Academy is going to move all over. We have seen this within the last 4 minutes. And they are going to want to get as many kills as they can in the early stages of the game to try and get ahead. But we do have Slaughter. He's run into Standing Blue and Juju. We do have the Iron Shell. Beautiful stun coming out there. Astro's in a lot of trouble, and Juju is going to get the kill there. Now we have the Darks here. He's in a bit of trouble. Standing Blue is running after him. He does have a Ignite, which he's going to use right now. He doesn't have enough mana for the stun, but he does use the Mango. And Darkseer is just going to juke around those trees. I think Panda is actually not doing too badly in the offlane position. He is taking quite a lot of harassment, but he's getting those levels up, and that is what you would expect from an offlane, wouldn't you agree?
No, definitely. He's getting the levels, and that's all he needs. For an offlane position, you don't rely on farm. If you get something, hey, you're a lucky offlaner. But otherwise, you focused on getting the XP, just surviving, not giving away unnecessary kills. And unfortunately, this bot lane from SIN5 has
Ooh,
just
another
been-
stun coming in there from Astra, and Juju is in a lot of trouble, but that Iron Shell has actually taken him out. And I see that the Anti-Mage just managed to get out there. That was a missed kinetic field from the Disruptor, and unfortunately he paid the ultimate price.
Yeah, definitely. Disruptor now having a level 3 Iron Shell and the damage being 70 per second. That's a lot of damage, and that will kind of hurt.
But we have another kinetic field coming in from Disruptor, and Astra is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Darkseer just manages to get out of that sticky situation. So the current score in 6 minutes of the game is a 6-4-1 in the favor of White Rabbit Academy. They're doing quite well in terms of the early stages of the game. I'd love to see how they fare in the middle to late stages of the game. As we know, the comeback feature is definitely real, and the game could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. Fortunately, in this line of Dota, anything can still happen. It's early game, the sniper still needs to wake up and get aggressive.
Darkseer actually went down to a Hellbear in the neutral camp. I think he just had a bit of a misjudgment. And Asher in a little bit more trouble. Spirit Siphon coming out there from Mr. Good Cat. LT from Alfredo. He's going to take out Disruptor, and the Slardar is going to take a fall. Now it seems that Alfredo is in quite a bit of trouble. He needs to get out of that situation. He pops that Sanctuary, but is he going to make it? That Sanctuary is healing up quite a bit. And we do have the Silence now. We also have one that's just coming there. Sniper's going to go down. Then we have the Death Prophet. He's also going to go down. It seems that they are actually turning up the tables. Standing Blue needs to get out of that position, but the creep is definitely... And the Darkseer has gotten the kill on the Ogre Magi.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's look, the gold exchange is in the favor of SIN5, which is 707. The XP and however the damage, obviously a bit more from the side of White Rabbit Academy.
These guys just making Shadow long. Fortunately, Sniper missed out on a bit of XP what he would have gotten if he was still alive.
Yeah, that
Still,
ooh,
still a good
Juju's actually being
comeback on
spotted
that
out.
fight.
But we do have a rotation coming in from the Slardar. He's coming up from behind on the Death Prophet. Is Death Prophet actually going to run into him right there? We do have Slardar, who is taking that ruin. Good Cat using the Spirit Siphon on an image, and Slardar is going to want to get away there. He is hiding behind the shade, and he's doing quite well not to be detected at the moment.
Yeah, the ward literally just misses him there, so I don't think Death Prophet even knew Slardar was there.
I think he actually... Ooh! Anti-Mage goes down. That's definitely not something that you'd want to give away. Anti-Mage is currently the top in net worth, but that one kill could set him a little bit behind. But we do have 4 We Are Many. He is chasing Mr. Ninja Panda. And Panda just eating a very quick tree, and he is back into farming mode. Troll does have the advantage of range against the Void. Void is taking quite a big risk, still staying there, but we do now have the rotation from Juju and Standing Blue. Beautiful stun out there to the Silencer, and Silence comes out. Troll is in the area. A quick cheeky TP coming in from the Slardar. Now we have Juju. He is in quite a bit of trouble there. Good stun coming out from Astra, but he has been kinetic fielded, and Troll is going to get the kill. We do have the Exorcism coming out there from Mr. Good Cat. He's going to get the kill. Also, the Troll is running away, Mr. Scaredy Cat, and he does not want to fight against the Exorcist spirits. Not sure if he's thinking that's the Chronicles of Emily Rose. Not quite sure, but that is one scary movie.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen that one yet. I'm still waiting for Jeepers Creepers 3 to come out first.
Yeah, I literally almost swelled myself in that movie. But we're back into the action. Troll now does get stunned up. Juju does do a very, very quick glimpse. Good Cat does not have to wait, and that's a very, very easy kill for him right there. A lot of body blocks coming through, and they're preventing the Troll from actually going anywhere. So this is going to be the first tower that is going to fall into the game, and that goes to White Rabbit Academy. Looking at the bot lane, we do have Anti-Mage. He currently is still leading the net worth with 5.1k. But yeah, very, very good plays from either team.
Yeah, and I see the Anti-Mage is building up for the Battle Fury first. See, that's going to boost his farming and damage quite a bit. Do you think he's going to go for the split pushing type of build?
Look, it would be difficult to say. Look, with the Void, I do prefer the old school damage build, which is your Battle Fury, your Mjolnir. You know, you can go for a Manta style if you feel like it. You could go for a Divine Rapier, a Daedalus. You know, any items, once you're caught in that Chronosphere, you're going to do a heck of a lot of damage. But nowadays they're building more on a Void that can survive. And you know, it's not, for me, it's not a fun Void. You know, you used to get those games where people used to complain a lot, but we do have a engagement here from Mr. Good Cat. He is catching himself in a lot of trouble. He is going to go down here. Ad Astra almost died. It's a 3-man gank on the Death Prophet.
Very, very nice. I see on the Twitch side here people asking, begging, more like asking, the sniper to go Aghanim Scepter, Divine Rapier.
Yeah, the Sniper Divine Rapier back in the day used to be one of the most, especially in pub games, it used to be one of the most irritating things, and that is the fastest way to be called a noob or a retard, or someone's been with your mom. And you know, it's always been the trollers out there, but the Divine Rapier Sniper has always been the gayest of gay heroes. But you can do the same with the Void. With the Chronosphere, I mean, you can't do anything as an enemy on the opposite side of Void. You can't do anything, and it's very, very frustrating. So yeah, Sniper Divine Rapier would be quite funny. We do have a very, very quick smoke up. That is the Ogre and the Disruptor. They seem to be indicating that they are wanting to go towards the Sniper. Sniper does do a very, very quick ulti on the Death Prophet, but that's not going to accomplish anything. Now Disruptor and the Ogre. Disruptor just hiding into the trees. Void is there. That smoke has worn off. Very quick stun coming out there from Blue, as well as the Ignite slowing him down. We do have a TP coming in, and that is from the Silencer. He gets into the kinetic field and the Chronosphere. Siphon coming out there from the Death Prophet, but he's going to die. Then we've got the Void. He's also going to go down in that engagement. We now have a turnaround. That's Wall of Replica coming out there from the Darkseer, and that is 4-man wipe on the side of White Rabbit Gaming. And it seems that our Anti-Mage is also in quite a bit of trouble. He at least has the blink ability, so he is going to run away as fast as he possibly can until the ultimate from the Slardar wears off, and that is the Corrosive Haze. So quite a bit of action happening in this couple of minutes. What do you think the outcome of this game would be?
I'm not sure. To be honest, for that whole fight, there's only one thing I could say. Greed is good, my friend. We'll die for it.
Alright, beautiful stun coming out there from Ad Astra, and he's going to take out once again the Death Prophet. Disruptor also is going to go down in that engagement. Cheeky TP coming out there from the Darkseer. We do have Blue that is in the mid lane. He's in quite a bit of trouble. Is he actually going to be taken down? Beautiful ulti coming in from the sniper, and the Troll Warlord gets the kill. That is 3 towers that has gone down in quite quick succession. 2 of the towers, or should I say 1 of the towers I did not see go down, which was the top tower. But it seems that SIN5 has stepped it up a notch.
Yeah, the sniper's waking up. And what I like about the sniper is he's not trying to steal kill. He's literally just doing the damage with his ult and letting his team do the rest.
Yeah, that is you know, how you are supposed to play the sniper, whereas most people, you know, they just want to get those items and they want to stand there and take out an entire team. Yes, sure, you have that option, but what about the rest of your team? I mean, you need to help get them farmed up. For example, the Slardar. Slardar is so close to getting that Blink Dagger up, which I feel would be his next item. So that is what they would want to achieve. Once the Slardar gets his items up, they could possibly face and having a look. But it seems that Juju is in quite a bit of trouble. Very quick. Was that a blink from the Darkseer? Darkseer's got blink.
Yeah. Darkseer got blink in the previous fight. And a make. He's farming.
I completely missed that.
Every time you don't see him, he's everywhere.
It's a very good play. What do you think is causing the side of White Rabit Academy to actually start falling back in terms of, you know, the middle stages of the game? What do you think is happening right now?
I think that mid fight, that 4 kills they lost, kind of set them back a bit. Because all of a sudden, SIN5 is in the mid game now and they want to fight. And White Rabit is not there yet. The anti-mage can't join the fight yet. He doesn't have the right amount of items yet. He only has his Battle Fury and Power Threads. I'm not even going to count the poor man's shield. That's worthless at this point of time.
Yeah, look, with the anti-mage, quite understandably, it is a late game carry, and he is in most cases, if not all cases, exceptionally late game carry. Now, you've got heroes like the Ogre, the Death Prophet, the Disruptor, and the Void, which should be able to keep the side of SIN5 busy while anti-mage, you know, gets his farm up. I mean, at 17 minutes in, he's only got the Power Treads and the Battle Fury. He has got the Vladimir's offering in his stash. But that is just not enough. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming out, and I personally think that it is because of the Sniper-Troll combination. I mean, Sniper standing at the back, Troll's got his ulti, and Sniper does have the Dragon Lance, which does give him additional agility and attack range. So he's hitting quite hard at the moment. I mean, he's got 95 plus 58. He's doing more than 100 damage.
Yeah, almost 150. More than 150 actually. I see on Troll we already have the Shadow Blade up and running. So he's also now going to be sneaky and start taking kills for himself.
Well, we do have the silence coming out there. Darkseer does go for Mr. Goodcat. Goodcat just using that Spirit Siphon. Darkseer very quickly just linking out of that situation, and he's going to is there a possibility that things can actually go south for the side of White Rabit Gaming? I mean, it's almost 19 minutes in, and the score has now changed 10 to 17 in the favor of SIN5.
If that anti-mage don't running soon, they're gonna have a problem. While you're watching the fight bot, Troll and Slardar just bashed anti-mage skull in, so he couldn't do anything at all.
Right. Do you still have a stable connection on your side? I seem to be getting a little bit of a delay.
I'm still good on my side.
Right, and you guys
Nobody
can...
complaining yet.
Everybody can hear me perfectly fine?
Yeah, you're breaking up now and then, but at least we can still hear your sentence.
Alright, okay, as long as you guys can hear me, that's all good. So currently we have Chol that does have the Shadow Blade. He is right behind MD. MD is going to be in a bit of trouble, but ooh, I think MD just missed that one. I think MD thought that when he's going to come around the corner there's going to be no one, obviously because of a blink away, but he's been spotted out.
The thing is, on the side of White Rabbit Gaming, they need a perfect chrono at this moment. If you can get at least a 4-man, including sniper, in a chrono, with a Death Prophet ult just going crazy, that should actually be a great turnaround.
Ooh, wow, look at that engagement. Very, very quickly. A vacuum and a wall of replica coming out. That's a very quick disruptor that's going to go down in that fight. Then the Void, he is also going to pay the ultimate price, and that was exceptionally fast. That was 3 kills within the space of less than 2 seconds by my view. That was insanely fast.
That was a 5-man vacuum into a wall. Darkseer did a perfect job of pulling them all together, and all of the sudden SIN5 just went crazy on them.
Alright, just having a look on the mid lane, the Chol Warlord has taken so much. Oh, beautiful glimpse coming out there, and he just survives. But if you saw before he actually turned and ran away, he actually took quite a lot of damage before he decided to actually turn around and run towards you know, his own side of the map. He also had a glimpse on him, and he still managed to survive. Now, if you don't call that lucky, I mean, I don't know what you do call it.
Yeah, he is lucky, but he would have survived in any way. Also had Aegis on his side.
Yeah, that Aegis is got a problem. Beautiful blink and stun coming out from Ad Astra. Ooh, kinetic field coming out, but that blink very quickly. Quick glimpse back. Ad Astra's in quite a bit of trouble there. The Spirit Siphon coming out there. Ooh, Anti-Mage decided he's going to jump. Ooh, and the ulti just doesn't manage to kill him. But now we do have Chol Warlord coming into the fray. Void is trying to get out of that predicament as quick as he possibly can. But the Slardar, the Death Prophet, and the Disruptor has gone down. Now we do, are they still going to continue the fight? We do have Silencer. He is pushing out the lane. He does currently have that 4-staff available. Now Alfredo is also starting to pump up quite a lot of more damage in terms of the Maelstrom that he has picked up. Ogre Magi is in a lot of trouble, but he's just going to get out of that one. For We Are Many has now just decided he wants to get that tower down. Sniper standing at the back. That kinetic field trying to keep the creeps out of the lane, but that could cause a problem. And just look at this ward here very quickly, just out of range of the Sentry ward that's been popped over there.
Oh, that's unfortunate for the sort of White Rabbit Gaming. But looking at the Silencer as well, in a space of 22 minutes, he already had 28 stolen intel.
Ooh, beautiful Chronosphere there coming out there from Ninja Panda. The Spirit Siphon from Mr. Good Cat. Disruptor, the kinetic field does pop. Now the Aegis has come into play. Troll Warlord is going to want to get there. The wall of replica is up, and just look at the amount of damage going out to Disruptor, who is going to go down. Now Void is in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Beautiful double kill. Look at the Death Prophet also falling in that engagement. So that is a 4-for-1 trade-off. Definitely worth it for the side of SIN5. Just look at that gold exchange, 167 and 1290 going into the favor of SIN5. The XP exchange is almost double, and the damage is 5.7 to that of 7.7. This game seems to be in the pocket for SIN5 and the game number 1.
Yeah, it seems, but Darkseer just fell to Anti-Mage and gave Anti-Mage 1,300 gold, so might that be the comeback for Anti-Mage? Or do you think he's just gonna melt?
Yeah, look, currently Anti-Mage is still too weak. He's got the Vlads, he's got the Battle Fury, and he has not yet completed his Manta style. So that is a bit of an issue for him. It's 24 minutes in the game. He really needs to either start focusing, completely. He wants to farm up. He's going to leave his teammates and just spend a solid 5 to 10 minutes getting that Manta style up, and then obviously start focusing on the bash.
No, he should actually get it quite fast. He needs 100, around about 100 gold to get his ultimate orb, and then 800. If he takes these few camps and the ancients, he should almost have enough for it.
You should though. What I did notice though is that we do have a sentry ward that is spotting out this observer ward, but SIN5 is not taking that ward down. Do you think they're playing the perfect baiting game?
No, they can't see him. Look at the ward here. It's below the height of this ward, so nobody can see up there.
Oh, but this ward, yeah. Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Dire's top tower.
See, that
Even though
ward
the
there,
sentries,
that's
even though the sentry is down there, the sentry can't be up there, so there's no vision on top of this cliff. This ward goes around the cliff.
But beautiful silence coming out there from the silencer, the wall of replica coming out, the vacuum, oh, Disruptor popping his ulti down, and an unstoppable streak there for the Troll Warlord. As you can see, that Spirit Siphon is doing massive amount of damage, and that is a Slardar that's going to pay the price there. You do have a Silencer now that's in quite a bit of trouble. Beautiful jump in there from Ninja Panda. Chol is in a bit of trouble. He's surrounded by 3 heroes. Beautiful stun coming out there from the Ogre Magi, and the Chol Warlord is going to go down. Now we do have Alfredo.
Just out of range for that stun.
If Anti-Mage did have the Mana Void available, he possibly would have been able, or he would have actually cancelled the TP. But that was not available, so he doesn't have a stun yet. So that was a easy TP out there for the sniper.
Yeah, the ogre was literally just out of range to stun the sniper. If he was a bit faster, he would have made it.
White Rabit Academy is now coming back extremely strong in the later stages of the game. We are 27 minutes in, 16 for 28 in the favor of SIN5, but it seems that White Rabit Gaming Academy is now getting back into their strive. They've mostly focused on getting the anti-mage's farm. He does have the bash, and that is in the courier on its way to him right now. So now this void is, or should I say the anti-mage, is going to become extremely dangerous.
Well, the void's sitting at a 720 XP per minute, so he should actually be doing fine.
Yeah, the only problem that I have with the Void, he does have the Blink Dagger, and yes, he's got the Yasha, he is building towards his Manta style. However, when the Chronosphere pops, and let's say for example, he catches 2 heroes of his own, or teammates, in that Chronosphere, he himself can't do that big or massive amounts of damage. The Anti-Mage can't jump into that Chronosphere. Which basically leaves the Disruptor and the Death Prophet to stay outside of that Chronosphere. But say for example they get caught in it, there's no one else with exception of the Faceless Void that can do damage. He's not doing any damage at the moment. The only thing that he's doing is he's holding him into place and hoping that the Death Prophet and the Disruptor can do their thing. And that is the main thing that Void needs to realize, is that yes, to a certain extent he wants to play the hero as a support, but at the end of the day I strongly feel that Void is not a support hero.
I agree, definitely there with you. I would have been happier if Void didn't buy the Yasha yet and rather went with a Maelstrom. If he just went with the Maelstrom, that's already that extra amount of damage in a chrono, and that's what he needs at the moment, damage. He has nothing. Void can't fight in a chrono, so the Chrono is literally there just for ultis of Disruptor and Death Prophet.
Right, SIN5, they are now pushing towards the mid lane. We do have Troll that has 6 seconds on the Shadow Blade. Silencer does have his ultimate available, so if they decide to jump into this engagement, that silence will definitely come into play. Quick stun up there to the Troll, that coming from the Ogre Magi, and as you can see, Shrapnel coming into the base. They're trying to get as much vision as they possibly can. Ignite's coming out there from blue, and Alfredo is just standing there. I mean, nobody's coming close to him. It seems to a certain extent that they're scared to actually go in there, but we do have a beautiful vacuum coming out here. Wall of Replica coming out, and Void is going to go down. Very quick buyback coming out from Disruptor. Also a buyback coming in from the Death Prophet. They are pushing this lane. Kinetic Field coming out there from Disruptor. They're now pushing, and also the ulti coming out, and Ad Astra is going to get glimpsed back into that one. The Spirit Siphon coming out there from Mr. Goodcat. He's going to want to take out the Slardar, and Slardar is running as fast as he possibly can. He has been silenced up for a good couple of seconds. The creeps are smacking away, but he is going to TP out. But look at MD.
I smell a rat.
MD is doing exceptionally well. He just missed that beautiful stun from the Slardar. Blinked out, and that Barracks is literally 35 damage from actually being taken out.
I'll never see this
He
coming.
did exceptionally well. I really did not notice that he was running up and going for the racks. Everything is just so busy in the mid lane. It's hard to try and focus elsewhere, but the rat has definitely come to play.
So he definitely went for the sneaky build of being a freaking rat, but he did what he was supposed to. He took out almost the whole bot racks, which took SIN5 almost 10 minutes to get in mid lane.
Now you see, the problem is that when they were all in the mid lane in this position, you know, they took exceptionally long to try and bait out the side of White Rabit, and that, I think they were focusing so much on, you know, who's going to come out first, you know, how they're going to approach the situation, instead of going in and, you know, just reacting. Sometimes reaction is much better than planned. You'll be surprised how things can turn out. Yes, it can go good. Yes, it can go bad. But I think they planned it too much.
Yeah, I see we've got an Eye of Scotty also on the troll now at the moment.
Ooh, beautiful blink gun on Alfredo. MD is now in a bit of trouble. He is just going to blink. And look at the Chronosphere. Everyone, beautiful Wall of Replica coming out, as well as the vacuum. That Aegis of Immortal has popped, so Anti-Mage is back. Ogre and the Disruptor has gone down in that engagement. We do have Darkseer, which is running away, but he does activate the Sanctuary. We now have a Troll Warlord and the Slardar. They are giving chase to the Void, and I don't think that they're actually going to catch him. But looking right here, that Dual Scepter coming out, and I think that is from the Death Prophet. He really wants to get this kill on the Darkseer, but just look at that. Wow.
That regen. That's a regen
This
from a pipe of
Darkseer.
insight.
This
God in
Darkseer.
green. So he is fine with anything that hits him at the moment. Unfortunately, the range racks in the bot lane for SIN5 just fell to creeps that was just randomly pushing there.
Now the Darkseer, that Guardian Greaves definitely saved his life. There's no doubt about that. He almost died to the Death Prophet, but quick thinking, and that is what I meant. I mean, he was reacting, he didn't think, he was doing what he was supposed to do to try and survive, and he did it exceptionally well. But we do now have a jump up there from the Anti-Mage, and the Slardar Ad Astra is going to go down.
finally, the anti-mage actually brought his items to a fight. This anti-mage now got a Abyssal Blade very fast, I must say. And he's starting to be able to fight with the team and doing exceptionally well. He's already on a dominating streak.
Yeah, it seems that MD is going to build into the butterfly. That could spell the end for the side of SIN5. I think they definitely they need to push.
Dire's middle tower just went down.
They need to try and do something. While the Slardar's out, maybe try and push. Fortunately, you don't have Death Prophet's ult, that's only up in 20, but if they can get a pick off, they can trigger that ult and keep on pushing.
We do have an engagement. Troll has been silenced up. MD just very quickly getting out of there, taking that middle tower. He didn't really focus on anything else. It seems that they are going to want to take down this shrine or sanctuary, however you'd want to call it. And just look at how quick the damage has come down. Very quick glyph of fortification. Do you think that is a wasted glyph of fortification?
On a shrine, unfortunately, yes.
Beautiful vacuum coming in there from the Darkseer, as well as the Chronosphere from the Void. The Death Prophet and the Disruptor pay the ultimate price. Ad Astra is there trying to do as much damage as he can.
And now I feel the glyph was worth it. Because they got there on time and they still lost the shrine, but they got a 3-man kill out of it.
I will agree to disagree.
Coin.
Yes, the fight worked in their favor, but I don't think that White Rabbit expected SIN5 to, actually come out. I mean, the moment that vacuum came out, MD he blinked out. He didn't care. He got out of the situation. If he possibly stayed and fought, it could have been a different story.
Yeah, because he has a lot of damage on his side.
But, that bottom tower, the glyph of fortification, is now coming out. We do have Juju and MD that is coming into the fray. Blue has now just stunned up the Troll Warlord. Beautiful 4-staff coming out. Now the Troll is taking so much damage, but Ad Astra jumps into that glyph, or should I say the shrine, is keeping them into this game. They've been fighting for about 10 to 15 seconds. Nobody has actually gone down as yet. Silencer is just walking back. He gets stunned up there by the Ogre. Ooh, and MD, could he have misjudged? Ooh, look at that amount of damage. So the Silencer goes down, the Anti-Mage, as well as the Void, the Disruptor, and the Death Prophet, and that is a 5-man wipe. We do have a buyback coming in from the Void, the Death Prophet, and almost basically the entire team buying back, with the exception of the Anti-Mage. They are going to want to defend this bottom rack. Another blink incoming from Ad Astra. Ad Astra is in so much trouble. Beautiful vacuum coming out from the Darkseer, and just look at that. This Void is doing absolutely no damage whatsoever, and that is a problem. And GG gets called by White Rabit Gaming Academy. So game number 1 going to that of SIN5. What do you think went wrong for them in this game? I already know what I want to say, and I think you know what I want to say. And to throw my 2 cents in there, the Void. Plain and simple, the Void.
I agree. Unfortunately, the Void was not where it's supposed to be. He had 0 damage, couldn't do anything at all. He was literally a waste of breath there. He could do nothing for anyone.
It's like I mentioned earlier in the game. Understandably, the Void needs to do damage. I mean, you're going up against a Slardar. You're going up against a Troll. You've got a Darkseer. I mean, those 3 heroes alone, to a certain extent, do become quite tanky. And if you avoid sitting with a Blink Dagger and nothing else, how do you expect to do damage, especially on a buyback?
No, definitely, I agree with you. But if they took out the Void, instead of picking it up first hero, they could have placed a Centaur in his place, and Centaur would have been so much better. I think it's time
I wouldn't
take a quick
really
break
say
and-
that. I wouldn't really say that. What I'm focusing on is basically in terms of the heroes that they actually picked. Yes, they picked up a Void. However, it's not like the old school Void, which jumps into the chronosphere and starts smacking the living sense out of anyone that's in that chronosphere. The way that he's being played in the new meta is not a proper Void, and a lot of people is going to disagree with me, but that is how I feel about it. That is not how you play a Void.
No, I agree. It's but it's not what you want from the Void, unfortunately. But yeah, I think you need a smoke. I need a smoke.
Alright, so guys, we're going to take a very, very short break. We will be back shortly. So please don't go anywhere. This is the Saphire Cup, White Rabit Gaming Academy versus SIN5 Family. Yeah, I would assume. Family?
Yeah, family.
Family, they've spelt it family. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
let's go to
Don't go away, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
And we are back, and this is game 2 of the Saphire Cup, White Rabit Gaming Academy versus SIN5.Phamily. Joining me as usual is Shippy. Shippy, what's up, dude?
I'm good. Are your lungs now better?
I'm feeling much better, got me some water, and I'm all refreshed for the game tonight. So this is game number 2, White Rabit Academy versus SIN5. First game went to SIN5.Phamily. Yeah, we're hoping to see maybe to go into game number 3 tonight.
I don't know. It depends what Rabit Gaming has in store for us. Maybe they talked about what SIN5 is doing, and maybe they're trying to see what they're gonna do against. Okay. Somebody just challenged me to try and pronounce their name. Aransomorphus. What? Aransomorphus.
Alright. Good luck to you with that.
Horrible.
Alright, so just a very quick shout out to my sponsors KOTech, and also big thanks to the DGL for the massive support that our casters are getting. And back into the game. So the first bands out for White Rabit Academy, they've gone with the Lone Druid as well as the Bounty Hunter, and SIN5 has decided to take out the Ember Spirit and the Weaver. So the first pickup is the Shadow Demon Luna combination. What do you think about that?
I love that combo. I love being the Shadow Demon on that side. And if they don't ban an Earthshaker, that Luna's might be in a bit of trouble, depending on how things go, of course.
So
at this stage, it's all gonna be around how Luna's gonna do in the early game. If Luna's gonna suffer, it will not work.
Yeah, I do see that the Slardar Terrorblade. Terrorblade is probably, in my opinion, one of the most potent heroes in the game. I mean, he's got the ability to slow, he's got the ability of creating illusions, he's got a ranged attack, and also the Sunder. Which you really need to be careful for, because it does go through magic immunity. So a BKB is not going to save you. However, I think a Lincoln's would be able to stop it.
I'm not sure if it goes through Lincoln's or not. I haven't really tested it, to be honest. I've never seen it really happen. We might be lucky, might not. We'll see.
We will definitely see. So I think pretty much of a respect ban coming out from White Rabit, banning out that Darkseer. Darkseer played exceptionally well in the previous game, and the Beastmaster, one of my favorite heroes, being banned out by SIN5.
Yeah, I think that Darkseer kind of screwed the pooch on the side of White Rabit Gaming.
Just waiting for the fourth ban out from White Rabit. So the White Rabit Academy, are they like players joined together, or to a certain extent hoping to be promoted into White Rabit Gaming itself? Is that what the academy is all about?
I think it's, as the name states, an academy. It's trying to teach these guys to be better, to probably replace somebody that might be leaving in White Rabit Gaming. I don't know, I'm not sure.
Could this potentially be White Rabit Gaming a second team that they might be building up? It would be interesting to see. I would really like to follow the academy boys. Just to see what happens. Maybe have a chat to one of the White Rabit guys, and just find out a bit more in regards to what the academy focuses on.
Yeah, definitely. Just get them to explain to us more or less what goes on, and if somebody from White Rabit Gaming is actually watching this, maybe they could even pop us a message or something just to explain to us, so we can tell the viewers at least what the academy is all.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. Right, so the fourth ban out for White Rabbit Academy is the Shadow Fiend, and SIN5 has decided to take out the Vengeful Spirit. I do like the Invoker pickup. That is a hero which causes quite a lot of havoc. He's got so many spells at his disposal, and then the Axe. Oh. Now, this brings up a very, very important question. The Dazzle. Where does the Dazzle fit in here?
They still need that supporting hero. A Dazzle can still fit in easily in this lineup.
Could it be that SIN5 might be forcing either White Rabbit to pick or ban that hero? Because, I mean, instead of taking a Dazzle, you could still have the option of taking an Oracle.
That is definitely an option, but let's see. SIN5 has the pick now. Are they going to go for the Dazzle, or might they go again for a Silencer or Disruptor, even something that could work well with Axe?
And IO also works quite well with an Axe. Ooh, Keeper of the
And they
Light.
go for the Keeper. The Kotal, give me mana.
Give mana, Kotal, give mana. Alright, so we do have an Abaddon pickup from a White Rabbit Academy. They are currently busy with their fifth and final ban. And could this be the Dazzle in the back of their minds?
If they ban a Dazzle now, it would be a bit stupid in my opinion. Because what I'm seeing is SIN5 needs a mid-hero at the...
Ooh, they've decided to ban out the Tinker. And the Ogre
that
Magi.
is a very good ban.
I would be interested to see if they're actually going to pick up a Dazzle or not. I mean, I can see Slardar in the possibly the safe lane. You could have maybe Terrorblade in the tri lane with Axe and the Keeper of the Light. So they could maybe be looking for a mid.
Reserve time.
Might be. Yeah.
Reserve time.
Ooh.
Oh, an Alchemist. Your Agnum Scepters, here we come.
Oh, that Alchemist is going to be farming away. Everyone open up your Facebook and let's play Farmville. Right, so...
Farmville's not even cutting the amount of money that Alchemist brings in, eh?
No, Alchemist is a farming wizard. And especially with that Grievel's Greed, it's going to help him quite a bit. I mean, look at level 4, it's 36 bonus gold. And then he still gets an additional 3 bonus gold. Wow.
Oh well, it's still amazing to see. This Alchemist, like you said, is going to be a wizard. He's probably going to be a Wizard of Oz with a freaking Hand of Midas.
Yeah, the Hand of Midas as well. I think White Rabbit Academy have got their work cut out for them. This Invoker is going to have to work overtime. His Sun Strikes are going to have to be absolutely perfect. Just to try and keep the side of White Rabbit Gaming Academy ahead. And hopefully when the team fight happens, he's going to have to be on par. And the Sand King coming out. Now, I think the Sand King is a direct pick for the Axe, especially with that epicenter. So Sand King is going to have to get that blink up as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. That might be an offlane Sand King supporting Abaddon with Shadow Demon. They might have a good team.
We'll definitely have a look into that. So I'm just going to introduce the side of SIN5. On the Alchemist we have Alfredo. On the Terrorblade we will see for We Are Many. On the Axe we have a Bump. On the Keeper of the Light we have 27. And finally we have the stand-in Ad Astra on the Slardar.
For the side of White Rabbit Gaming Academy, we've got Juju on the Shadow Demon who just smoked himself. We've got Sand King being played by a Ninja Panda. Got Invoker with being MD this time. Abaddon, Harry the Hams, and Luna being played by Mr. Good Cat.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Goodcat was playing the mid lane position in the previous game. Do you think they're swapping things around a little bit?
It seems that way if I'm looking at the lineup now.
Right, it doesn't seem that either of the teams dared to go into the opposite side. Could this be you know, a little bit of respect between the guys?
I think they're just happy with what they're getting at the moment. Each getting their own 100 gold or 200 on each side, instead of going for a fight and maybe losing your own.
But Ninja Panda is being harassed pretty early into the game. He has picked up the caustic finale, so he does not have the sandstorm nor the stun to try and avoid any damage that is coming his way. So he's going to have to play exceptionally careful in this game until he gets to level 2, where he can either get the stun or potentially the sandstorm. We do have, however, Ad Astra waiting in the bushes. He could potentially be coming you know, around this area here and you know, around the bush, and trying to navigate to try and come from behind, where he will be able to take out Ninja Panda.
Definitely a possibility, but if you look at top, Axe might also be in a bit of trouble, yeah.
No, the Axe, he could be in a bit of trouble. We do have the Shadow Demon just sending him away now. He is being attacked by so many images. Oh, but we do have a first blood on the Sand King though. I'd love to see what's going to happen on with Bump. He is running quite fast, but Harry the Hams is keeping up to him at the moment. Bump is just running towards that sanctuary. Is he actually going to use it? He's decided not to. He does have the healing salve available. We did miss the first blood though, but did you see what happened in first blood?
No, unfortunately I was so focused on Bump because he was so close to death. But we might see. Anything can still happen. Unfortunately, Sand King, I think he was just cornered from everyone and everywhere. He just got pummeled to death.
The Sand King now has got his level 2, and he has decided to pick up the Sandstorm. They're going to want to get that epicenter up as quick as they possibly can. I do see that the Invoker has also taken quite a bit of damage. He does have the Sunstrike as well as the Cold Snap up, so he's going to have to be exceptionally careful. But we do have a engagement there from Ad Astra coming through the bushes, and ooh, wow, beautiful play there, just dropping off that Sentry Ward. Exceptionally well played. He expected that Ghost Walk to come, and played it pretty cool.
Yeah, that's easy gold for the side of SIN5.
Alright, so watching carefully, we do have Ad Astra coming from the side again. Beautiful stun coming in, and then beautiful body block onto the Ninja Panda. Just very quick stun there. Oh, and is he actually going to... Ooh, beautiful kill from Ad Astra. That reflection just coming out there from the Terrorblade, and that just ensured that Sand King actually moved, and that caused the Sandstorm to go away. But a Bump is taking quite a bit of lot of damage here. Good Cat does move in front of him. A call coming out, and that armor is being pumped up. But unfortunately, Bump is going to go down. He tried extremely hard to survive, but it just wasn't enough, and he did go down. So it seems that Ad Astra now is playing extremely aggressive. Beautiful stun coming out from Ninja Panda. Ad Astra does pick up the stolen bounty rune. Harry the Hams is now setting chase as well. Sunstrike coming out from Invoker, and that does land. I do see that the Curse of Avernus has been picked up by Abaddon, and that is just going to slow down the movement speed of whoever he will be punishing.
I think this Abaddon's going to be one to watch this game. He's going to hopefully make the plays happen, especially with that orthotic shield. Yeah, that's a tongue twister.
Ooh, another Sunstrike, and ooh, Alfredo, I think, anticipated that and just sidestepped. Ooh, see that Sand King himself still in a bit of trouble there. Sandstorm is available in 2 seconds. He's taking a bit of damage from the creeps, and he's just wanna get away there from them.
And he stacked it. He's in a lot of trouble.
Mutual creeps have taken out Ninja Panda. I think what he could have done there, you know, is just waited for the apophatic or the apophatic shield from the Abaddon, and you know, maybe then try to take on the creeps. But I think he didn't want to wait. But we do have the Shadow Demon. He is moving on to Ad Astra. He has spotted him out. He knows that he's there. Mr. Good Cat, is he going to make an engagement? Beautiful rush coming in from Ad Astra. Disruption coming out there from Juju, and Good Cat, is he going to be able to stun? No, he's not going to be able to stun.
Fortunately, that Slaughter is just too fast. Even though it's a level 1 Guardian Shield, it's just too fast. And once again, these guys just want to fight.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
Just looking for fights.
6 minutes 15 seconds in the game. The current score is 3-2 in the favor of SIN5. I think 2 of the kills were that of Panda. I think he's the only one that died thus far. No. Yes. Okay, Panda's gone down 3 times, and MD's gone down once. So that's 4.
So someone denied himself twice. Yeah, I know Invoker was a kill and Sand King was 1 kill. And plus the deny. The deny doesn't count anymore on the top.
Interesting. Right, so currently Slaughter is just hiding in the bushes. Juju is doing very, very well, you know, just to keep them busy. But the Mana Leak has been popped on Harry the Hams. He is popping the TP, and he is going to get out of there. He does not want to give away any free kills. Alfredo is doing exceptionally well. Let's just have a quick look at the net worth. 3.8k on the... Ooh. Quick stun coming on MD. Alfredo, is he actually going to want to try and get a kill? Sunstrike coming out from the Invoker, and that acid spray is going straight back to work, and he's just going to pick up as much gold as he possibly can. Lada is taking quite a bit of damage in the top lane, but he's just going to retreat away. Having a look at the axe, he's farming as quick as he possibly can, but we do have an engagement. Epicenter is not available yet, as Alfredo needs to run away. He has used the stun, and that's going to land on the Invoker as well as the Sand King. Now the stun coming through from the Sand King. Beautiful ice wall coming in from the Invoker, and another stun coming out. And are they going to be able to take down the Invoker? Yes, they are. Now Ninja Panda needs to get out of there, as well does Ad Astra. A beautiful stun coming in there, but I think Harry the Hams, he might get a kill. Yes, he's going to get the kill on the Slardar. Alfredo, he has got the stun available that is being used. Beautiful stun going on to Juju, and that's a nice kill there for him. He's just moved up to 4.6k net worth for the team. So it seems that things once again are going into the favor of SIN5.
Yeah, I'm seeing the Terrorblade's also not doing too bad with his net. He's on 4.2, and that's without Greevil's Greed. So he's not doing too bad.
He does have the iron, or that's on axe. He does have the armlet available. So that's just going to allow him to tank a little bit more and just get his farm up as quick as possible. So that armlet is definitely working for him. It seems that he wants to be going for the Radiance next.
That's a classic play from any alchemist. Get your armlet and go for the Drads. Keeps up the farm, he should be getting it by minute 14. 13-14, what do you think?
He should be able to. I mean, he's sitting on 1,000 gold already, and with that Greevil's Greed, it's just going to make it so much easier for him, just to farm up.
Oh, Luna, no ulti, wrong time. Bullseye.
And Cottrell is going to go down in that engagement. Disruption coming out there from the Shadow Demon. Beautiful stun coming out there from Slaughter, and also the Sand King with his stun and Sandstorm. Beautiful stun strike coming in, and that's going to be the axe that is going to go down.
Failed gank. Very much failed.
Now there is a Sentry Ward there in the top lane position. Would have preferred it to maybe be like a Observer Ward that just would have been able to give them a bit more vision. But they worked with what they had.
They knew there was some sort of ward. They knew there was some sort of ward there, so they placed that and immediately took out the other sentry that was literally just hiding there.
Right, I think we're gonna definitely need to keep an eye out on the Slaughter. Slaughter's gonna want to try and get as many kills as he possibly can. He does not have the blink up as yet. He's going after Mr. Good Cat. He has spotted him out, but he is hiding in the top lane. So a beautiful stun coming out. We do have Bump moving into position. Beautiful call there. Blink is not available on him as yet, and Mr. Good Cat is going to go down to the Slaughter. We do have Mr. Juju rotating towards that position, but it would be a bad idea to actually move in there without any sort of backup. But Cottrell is back into the fray again. MD is taking quite a lot of damage in the mid lane position. That acid spray is doing so much damage.
Yeah, it's basically just leaving the alchemist to sort of free farm.
Once again, what's happening in this particular game is the safe lane carry on the side of SIN5. He's being allowed to free farm with a tower going down. But we do have an engagement in the top lane, and that is the axe that is going to go down to Mr. Good Cat. Beautiful support once again there from Mr. Juju. Not doing too badly on support there, I would say.
Yeah, and Juju is doing what he's supposed to do. He's going around just trying to save as much people as possible.
Just have a quick look at the bot lane. Astra is invis. Panda is just going to walk past him. He's not going to see him right there, and that is the invis rune that is going to be wearing off shortly. Is he going to take a chance and go for Mr. Panda? It seems he is. Beautiful quick stun coming out. He does pop the ulti. Panda cannot use that sandstorm. He will still be seen. And Terrorblade just continues to freeform.
Yeah, this Terror is doing quite well. He's almost more than halfway through his Manta style. So he's farming well. He's enjoying himself.
I do see that the Luna on the side of White Rabbit Academy, he's doing his own bit of free farm. We do have a TP coming in, and that is in the form of Ad Astra. Ooh, very quick stun there. Looking in the mid lane, Bump is in quite a bit of trouble. That Sunstrike does land. Do have a beautiful stun coming out from Alfredo, but he's just going to back away. He's not going to want Harry the Hams to regenerate any of his much needed HP, so he's just going to back away there. I still don't see the Blink Dagger on the Slaughter, which is very, very important, and White Rabbit do take a tower for their team.
Yes, Luna's getting nice farm. He's happy with what he's doing.
Alright, so we do have the Terrorblade who has rotated towards the top lane. I definitely don't think he would have wanted Luna to actually back away. He does have the Sunder available. So, a missed opportunity for the side of SIN5.
One smoke gank and that Luna would have been dead.
Yeah, that
That
Sunstrike. Sunstrike takes out the axe. Unfortunately, I missed that one. But this is a very, very good ward being placed in this area, and that did allow the Luna to see. But we do have a Luna ulti coming out, and Luna does go down, but definitely takes the Terrorblade with her.
Yeah, and she benefited more than Terrorblade ever could.
Beautiful
Oh,
stun coming out there.
27.
Kotl in trouble, and Kotl's going to go down quite quickly though.
Yeah, what he missed on the axe was quite funny. He fought mid, lost a bit of HP, and he walked up to this creep camp here. And he was hesitating, and then he decided to go in, then the Sunstrike hit. If he was still deciding to hesitate, he would have been safe. But then he decided, oh well, let's take the creep, and died for it.
It was a very, very good Sunstrike from MD. I think he just read that situation very, very well, and that worked in his favor.
The Radiance is done on the Alk. I didn't see the time exactly, but still Alk. Radiance is done. He's just gonna farm up. The only problem I'm seeing is this Alk is gonna get fat, and at the end of the game he's gonna kill his own teammates.
Not necessarily. Look, he is building into the Boots of Travel now. So he does have the option of building the Manta style, which will allow him to TP to a lane and or basically pop the Manta, TP to another lane, not PP to another lane. That wouldn't be right. But
Doing something.
and then obviously, you know, just push two lanes at the same time, and that's quite effective on a Alchemist.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. But the problem is, the moment he gets way out of hand, Shadow Demon is just going to throw disruption on him, and especially if he's
quick
used his
link
chemical
coming
rage.
in there from Bump. They are taking out Mr. Goodcat quite easily. Very quick engagement there, and Ad Astra just waited for the axe to and jump onto the Luna. You were busy saying,
Hold
Shippy?
on. No, I'm saying, if this Alchemist gets too fat and Chemical Rage is popped, then you're gonna have a problem. Is disruption, and Alchemist is gonna. He must just focus his illusions on the other heroes, and that illusions will get killed. Because there will be a Radiance on their side and just about everything.
Right, do have a fortification, and in the mid lane we do have the stun from Alfredo. He's just going to sorry about that, still recovering from the flu. I should be good to go in a day or two, but nothing's going to stop me from casting.
As always, even running naked in the streets.
We're not going to go to that story. That's in the past. Let's forget it now.
Yeah, I'm seeing here, Luna just bought back for some reason. I don't know why, but she bought back.
Look, I think it's more the case that Mr. Goodcat does not really want to, lose much needed experience. But we do have a jump up there from the axe. For Wiamini has popped in there and a extremely quick kill on Mr. Goodcat, and that was with the help of the Slardar and the Terrorblade.
Yeah, unfortunately, once again, she bought back. She had to sit in the corner for 50 seconds and just wait.
Ooh, beautiful stun coming out from Alfredo. Oh, beautiful blink in and call from the axe. The meatball does come down, and that is the alchemist that's going to go down in the engagement. We did have the Luna and the Shadow Demon go down, but they are smacking the living daylights out of MD, and now Abaddon is going to be next, but he does pop the mechanism. Bump is in quite a bit of trouble there. He needs to get out of there, and he's going to go down to Harry the Hams. A bit of a cheeky kill there, and if you're looking at the bottom lane, Terrorblade is just pushing.
No, he's just enjoying himself. No, Sand King's not going to try and do anything there. I saw there now, Invoker, just after the kill from the Alchemist, Invoker scored 900 gold in his pocket. So he's got a bit of gold to work with.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit there. We do have the Terrorblade, which is in the bushes. He is surrounded by the Shadow Demon and Harry the Hams, but they have not spotted him out. They're definitely going to see him now, and would they want to go back? No, they've decided not to.
No, definitely. Terrorblade has enough gold to buy his ultimate orb. He literally just needs to send a courier to Secret Shop, then he's got his Manta style.
But I'm sure that he would want to do that as quick as possible. I can't wait for the Agnum Scepter on the Kotl. So he will have the Perma Recall and the Perma Blinding Light, which is going to help them quite a bit.
Definitely, especially also the range of vision it gives you. That's also a big bonus for Kotl with an Agnum Scepter.
Quick blink and stun and quick disruption coming out there, but then Bump decides he's going to jump into the fray. Stun coming out there from Ninja Panda, and he's going to want to move away from that as quick as he possibly can. Bump is taking quite a bit of damage, and the meatball does come through. And Bump is going to go down. Another stun coming out there from Ninja Panda, and Kotl also is going to pay the ultimate price. They do now have the option of going for that mid lane. They are 5 against 3. Another stun coming in there, and I think Alchemist stunned himself. Luna's blessing coming through, and that's doing quite a lot of damage, and that's the Slardar going to go down. The Invoker. Oh, look at that!
Terrorblade!
Wow! That was literally 4 heroes that died at exactly the same time.
That was just a Terrorblade doing Terrorblade stuff. Using Manta style and just wrecking one.
Oh, that was a lot of damage popping through there. But I thought that White Rabbit Academy was actually going to be able to push for the mid lane or the mid tower, and yeah, now its tables are being turned.
Yeah, definitely. White Rabbit Gaming needs to do something to stay in this game. We don't want them falling out that easily.
But for Wiamini, they've now decided they are going to go for this mid tower. He does have the range to do so, and those illusions are going to work, but that's not really going to do that much damage towards the tower. We do have Invoker that is alone in the top lane. I don't see any wards that spots anyone coming out. MD should be aware of the fact that they should be coming for him right now. We do have a tornado coming through as well as the meatball. Terrorblades is going to avoid that. Beautiful blink and stun coming in from Ad Astra, and that is the end of MD. They would possibly want to push for that tower as quick as they possibly can. I think they've turned up the heat now. They want to try and finish this game and the game as well with a 2-0 victory. Will White Rabbit Gaming be able to keep them at bay and defend, maybe tilt a little bit and maybe turn the tables? We would just have to wait and see how the game progresses. But Bump does a beautiful kill on Juju there. Stun coming in from Ninja Panda, and that Hex counter Helix is doing so much damage. The epicenter coming out from Ninja Panda, and that's literally going to miss everyone. Another kill coming in from a Bump. Harry the Hams is in so much trouble now. He doesn't know which way to go, but a beautiful stun coming out, and that is the Luna. He is going to go down. Harry the Hams has survived, but push the tower, boys. Push the tower. Finish the game. This is a triple kill on the Axe. We do have Shadow Demon and Invoker that has come back, but looking at the mid lane, they are trying to push the second tier tower as well as the mid lane at the same time. Tornado coming in there from MD, and another meatball coming through, which the blade mail popping in from Bump. Stun coming in from Alfredo, and he's going to start smacking away. Look at that damage he's doing to Juju. Another call coming in from Bump, additional armor being added to him, but I think he's actually going to go down to a tower.
Getting a lot of gold for Invoker.
The top lane, I mean, the Terrorblade on his own can push so fast, and he actually really does do quite a lot of damage. So it's going to be extremely difficult to try and take out the Terrorblade, and he still has the Sunder available.
Yeah, he hasn't once used his Sunder, or had the need to use it in that case. But unfortunately the Sand King is struggling to land those ultis. If he landed the epicenter at the right time before stunning the Axe, he might have actually gotten a few kills there.
It is possible, yeah. I can see that happening. But I mean, this Terrorblade, why am I tongue twisting so much tonight? What have I done wrong in my previous life? But
Or what pill did you drink?
The
red or the blue?
I was hoping it would be the blue one, but yeah, not gonna go into that conversation. But we have a tornado coming in, and Ninja Panda just cheekily hitting the creep. Get out of the way, you're not supposed to be here. If he could, he would have obviously killed, but I don't think he wants to risk anything. And Bump still, he's just blinking in and doing what he needs to do.
No, he's taking chances, and the chances are working for him.
Now look, he does have the backup from his team. The communication is definitely there. So obviously they would want to support the Axe as much as they possibly can. And 27 gives another shout out to Anushka, and I'm not going to read that out loud.
Oh, sorry, just had to laugh. Yes. Wow.
I have no comment. I have no comment for that.
Well, that just happened, guys. Whoever is looking at the stream will laugh with us, but we're not going to say that out loud.
I think by the end of tonight, everybody's going to be downloading this Tinder thing. What is Tinder, by the way?
Blessings upon loyal warrior.
Yeah, that's sort of a dating site, but I don't know.
Like really?
I haven't used it.
Do Dota players use dating sites? I mean, they've got Dota. Like seriously, come on, guys.
They need to chat to someone.
Oh my word. I think I'm gonna start downloading Tinder, see what the stuff is all about. Maybe I'll run into Anushka.
Yeah, just look for Anushka. Everyone. Download Tinder and look for Anushka.
Oh my word. I think half of the people watching the stream are either laughing or downloading the app and searching for Anushka. She's just become the most famous Dota or non-Dota player ever. It's gonna be funny. Oh my
Yes.
word.
I'll be sad for the Scottle. He's gonna come on to or review the match and see what happened and what didn't happen. He's gonna hear us talk and he's gonna go, "Oh shit, my girlfriend's gonna kill me."
Hi Anushka. Oh my word.
I've already got people on Twitch screaming, "Anushka's my sticky."
Oh my word. Alright, so it seems to be
the game.
this could potentially be the final push for the side of SIN5. They really need to get into the base. We do have the images of Alfredo that gets very quickly disrupted, and the damage output from Terrorblade is just insane. Oh, beautiful blink and call coming in from the axe. It's just pulling White Panda or Ninja Panda closer. They need to focus on the racks. The meatball does come into play. And Epicenter coming out from the Sand King, but that's just not enough to kill Bump. For We Are Many is focusing on the racks, but he does get Sunstriked up. And he's just going to... He does have the Sunder available. Is he going to be able to use it? Oh, he does have the Agents. Very good play there from him. They could maybe think that he doesn't have the Sunder available as yet, so they might still risk going for him. Ninja Panda says he doesn't want any part of that. He's hiding in the trees, but he gets caught out by Bump. And that is a beautiful kill. I see that Ninja Panda has brought back, and this is actually going to be a Rax. Are they going to be able to keep SIN5 out? Alfredo has decided to push towards the top lane very quick. Sunstrike coming out there, popping the Mantis Style, being disrupted out there by the Shadow Demon. That wall of ice coming through. Alfredo's not really able to run anywhere, but we do have Astra coming into the fray, and the damage output is just a bit too much for Abaddon and the Luna to handle. And ooh, another wicked sick kill there on the Shadow Demon, and that is game. 31 minutes, and that is 2-0 to the side of SIN5.Phamily.
Well, I'm kind of shocked. I was hoping White Rabbit Gaming Academy would make some sort of comeback.
Yeah,
But unfortunately,
what do you think went wrong in this game?
I don't know. I felt like the Sand King wasn't really useful in that game. It was a bit, yeah, not there. The Abaddon as well, he tried but couldn't do that much. He just survived. The only good picks I think they had was the Shadow Demon, the Invoker, and to be honest, the Luna. The Luna, that's the only three that actually did any impact in this game. I feel the Sand King was not there.
If you had to call a man of the match for the two games, who would you say that would be?
Sure. The first game, I'll definitely say that's Alfredo, the keeper on the first game. In this game, I must say it's either I would say Terrorblade. That Terrorblade was just tanky as hell.
So yeah, why don't we ask the viewers? Leave a comment. Share with your friends, and tell us who you think the man of the match should be and why. And within the next stream, we could maybe pick a winner and read the comment out loud. So yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah, definitely, that can work as well.
Alright, so that is a challenge for you guys as viewers. Leave a comment. Obviously like the stream or the video if you're going to watch it after. And yeah, give us your man of the match and why. and we would pick a winner. And when is our next stream, by the way?
That will be tomorrow.
Who would we be casting tomorrow?
I will only know a bit later on by tomorrow morning.
Alright, awesome stuff.
Fortunately, they're still trying to work out a schedule for the little casters that we have at the moment.
That's perfectly fine, we can work around it. So yeah, with the next stream that we have, which will be tomorrow night, just keep your eyes and ears glued, and we would be announcing a winner as well as reading your comment. So the prize you will receive is your comment being read. You know, give us your feedback and tell us what you think. From my side, your boy Light Tray, good night from me. Any last words, Shippy?
Have a good night. If you're in the Joburg, Gauteng area, enjoy the rain. I don't know how's the weather down there in Cape Town, but here it's lucky raining since this morning.
Alright, awesome stuff. So we're just going to be signing off with a quick DGL ad, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye for now.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.